Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Game Fame Nation here. In today's video, GTA 6 video, we are going to be diving into tons of leaks that were actually leaked out by GameRoll over the weekend. And if you don't know who GameRoll is, he's basically a reputable insider to the Grand Theft Auto 6 community who basically lets us know when there's new leaks out there, if he's discovered any footage, and a whole lot more. Now, on second thought, before we get in this video, I just want to let you guys know if my voice sounds pretty crappy and crinkly and it feels like I'm just not my normal self, that means I'm just recovering from a sinus infection that I've had over the weekend, and it's been a lot of time laying in bed. I did just upload a video of us at the gun range, but I didn't really have to talk much in that video, so we did have a good time there, and then eventually the sickness kind of spread and got a little bit worse, so hopefully I'm through the worst of it, and I will be getting better soon. So if my voice just sounds a little bit off, that is, I'm sick. That's because I am. But anyway, let's actually get in to these brand new leaks that were actually revealed, and there are tons of them. So let's get into it today, and let's get it started, but I'm going to do my best to get these videos out for you guys, but just bear with me as I'm not feeling the best. So as GameRoll had to mention in this update here, the full list of information given to me by some sources who told me Jason and Lucia's last name. Disclaimer, I have no proof of any of this information other than it's all come from the exact source who told me. Jason and Lucia's last names is not direct source. They claim to be a friend of Rockstar developer. I asked them to find out Jason and Lucia's last names so I could verify the story once they eventually got revealed. And that's what happened. Some stuff here may be false or complete BS. I trust the source, but I have no way to prove any of it for the gameplay. 6-star wanted levels will be making a return, and that's actually something I've been wanting to actually happen, is these 6-star wanted levels. That's gonna be pretty cool. Relationship bar mentioned in the 2022 leaked clips still exists and works like the Honor in RDR2. Weight mechanics are a thing. We noticed that in the GTA 6 trailer too. And then we have explorable underwater areas with treasure and secrets. That's going to be pretty cool. Trailer 2 scene where Jason buys a beer is gameplay. That's pretty cool as well. It's actually gameplay, so that's interesting. The character wheel has 3 options: solo Jason and solo Lucia. And the dual protagonist control where Lucia and Jason can be controlled at the same time or robbed together in the open world. Some missions are always started using the 2 of them at once. These ones right here are actually my favorite. So rectangle GPS with pink waypoints. So I think GTA 5 had blue waypoints. Well, GTA 6 is going to have pink waypoints, which makes sense. That's what we kind of had in GTA Vice City. So very, very interesting. Jason has Deadeye-like ability, slows down time, and reveals weak spots. Lucia can do it. But one shot, the source said, is apparently super bad, and they hope it gets changed. And it's meant to show Jason is a better shot than Lucia due to his time in the army, which that would make sense. Jason will actually have more capability and Deadeye or weakness, or how they use, the sources basically saying this, they slow down time and reveals weak spots with Lucia, but Jason has more of an eye when he shoots because of the army. So that definitely makes sense that Jason would have better accuracy and shot. People react to having your gun out. That would be really cool. Male strippers are in the game. I don't know what the heck this has to do anything with Grand Theft Auto 6, but male strippers are going to be a thing in Grand Theft Auto 6. Driving is the best it's ever been. We knew that. Gore and dismemberment is being built off RDR2. That's very interesting. Didn't think we knew about that in the leaks. Characters, Donnie, Jason's friend, who works for Brian, is described as a freak. So strangers and freak, and he might be a freak. So definitely not something that I have not known about. Maybe any of you can let me know in those comments down below. Have you noticed that Jason's friend that he worked for, Donnie, is a freak? And then also the map is once again an island, so it's going to be more of a big map expansion compared to Grand Theft Auto 5. So this one is by far my favorite. Limited weapons system returns stored in the trunk. So obviously other games that we've had played like Mafia, and we obviously know that Mafia the Old Country is going to have weapons in its trunk, just like we've seen previous ones like GTA 4 have the same authority. Red Dead Redemption 2 obviously doesn't have trunks, but you can store them on the horse. So that's ability that Rockstar is bringing back, is they're going to be limited weapons stored in the trunk. Characters, we already knew Donnie was a stranger and freak, but back to the map. We also have no panhandle, which is basically going to be, what that means is basically not going to be the biggest island that we have today in real life of Miami. There's not going to be all the states in the world like Atlanta, Georgia, or other areas like Daytona Beach or anything like that. It's going to be no panhandle, so it's just going to be what Rockstar Games puts in the game, which is still quite interesting, as we know the map is going to be big, just like the Florida Keys. Enterable shopping malls and skyscraper lifts. That would be really cool to actually have. 700 plus shops in most interiors of the major open world games. This is one that is the most iffy about. I would be too, being able to access all of these interiors, not only a few interiors, but shopping malls and other shops that will be available. That's going to be something that a lot of fans are going to be looking forward to, is the interiors in the game. Story and missions, not going to spoil much here, but if you do not like spoilers of the story, click off now and resume back on in a little bit. So we have some gameplay chapters like RDR2, 5 chapters in total. Shots from trailer 2 were all in chapter 1 and 3. Cut non-existent content, no fully nude sex scenes. Listening to music outside the car apparently isn't a thing. And more of that is prone was cut out a while ago. So I want to go back to listening to music outside the car apparently isn't a thing. So back in the older games, Rockstar Games actually let you leave the radio on. If that was GTA 4, The Lost and Damned, or The Ballad of Gay Tony, if you actually jumped out of your vehicle, the radio would remain on no matter where you were in the world, unless it went underwater, which would automatically disconnect due to its feature of ocean and water, which water and electronics do not go together. So that's actually something that they happen to take out the ability to do in GTA 6, is if even if you run out of the car or leave the car running, the radio will not remain on, which a lot of fans are probably not going to be excited for that feature, and prone was cut a while ago. Dual wielding weapons isn't in the game, which is kind of unfortunate because that would have been so cool for boss battles, and whatever Jason and Lucia would be absolute badass, so that would be so cool to see. No Disney World parody. Unfortunately, we talked about that a couple days ago. We talked about maybe Disney World could be a parody and come in the game. Well, it looks like that is not the case. And then you have no burglary mini games, so that's unfortunately not going to be available in the game at all either. So those are all the leaks that they had to go on to talk about, and I'll leave a link in the description if you guys are interested in those leaks for yourself, because I know a lot of you guys are really excited for the games, and I really am pretty sad that dual wielding is not going to be a thing in GTA 6. That would have been so cool. Like I said, a badass scene of Jason and Lucia dual wielding everything in the game. That would have been so cool to see. Unfortunately, that's not going to be featured in the game, but I am pretty excited to see guns actually featured in trunks again. That would be the most cool thing that Rockstar Games could possibly bring back, as well as a romance and a parody of there's going to be some kind of pregnancy stuff and test that Lucia is going to do. So there is a guarantee that they will have kids in Grand Theft Auto 6, and Jason and Lucia might just get married or even have a baby for that matter. We've known that for quite a while, but there's also a lot of more things that I probably haven't discussed. And what was your favorite one that's going to be arriving in GTA 6? What's your favorite leak so far that we talked about in today? I would love to hear from you guys in this video today, and I honestly think, in my honest opinion, all of them are really great. Some of them are not the greatest, but I do believe the Panhandle, that was kind of upsetting because obviously Rockstar Games can't throw a whole game or a whole map in their game. It would just take too long. GTA 6 wouldn't come out for ages and ages. But other than that, that was the only thing that was really disappointing, is that we're not going to be able to have music featured outside the vehicle. That's kind of sad because that was pretty cool listening to the jamming. Just like in real life, you would hear someone play music outside their car if they went out shopping or doing something, or going, you know, or just leaving the car on and listening to their rap music, stuff like that. That would have been pretty cool to feature in GTA 6. But not only did that, but they also provided some screenshots that I'll be showing you guys on the screen now. These are some of the new screenshots that came with the leak. Some of them feature Jason and Lucia together, another romance. We'll probably dive in a little bit more about the screenshots and what they mean, and if there's any other detail that honestly is in there that we probably didn't go by. But these are some of the screenshots that you guys can see now that were actually featured in the brand new leaks that Rockstar Games haven't actually brought to the game. But other than that, those look pretty cool. I'm really excited for everything that we mentioned in this video about the leaks, and I'm glad to say that they're most likely going to be 100% of everything that's going to be involved in the game, but only time will tell. But anyway, guys, that is all the information I got for you guys on this video today. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily awesome videos, such as GTA 6, Rockstar Games videos, and all the upcoming videos that I'll be doing on my channel. Subscribe for more of those. Let me know in those comments down below what was exciting the most in this video. I would love to hear from all of you once again down there. Let me know what you're thinking, but stay happy, healthy, and well, and I'll see you guys all later on the next video.